Hi, I'm Danica, and this is Yoga with Danica, and this is Millie. Today's practice is a mindful morning yoga practice of gentle back bends. You won't need any props today, just your beautiful self. So make your way onto your mat, and let's get started. So let's begin today standing at the top of the mat. Bring the feet right underneath of the hips and just come into a really strong mountain pose. So just a really strong standing pose. You can have your arms down by your side with the palms facing front just for a moment. Just checking in with how our alignment feels today. Staying mindful throughout the practice of our body, our structural alignment. Okay, let's bring our hands to our hips and begin to draw the tailbone down. So you're anchoring the tailbone down towards the ground, and notice how that engages the low belly. Another way of saying anchor the tailbone down would just be to lift the lower belly in and up. And then from there, lift the heart up, and then try to make the sides of the body really long without scrunching your shoulders towards your ears. And the crown of the head is lifting towards the sky. So since we're dealing with some back bending today, I want to make sure that we are very aware of where this bend is coming from in our back. So we're going to be focusing today on finding mobility in the upper back. So the back bend is rarely, if ever, going to include this low back part. However, it is very easy to dump our way into our low back when we're moving into back bend. So today we're going to try to work mindfully into maybe not doing that. So with the hands on the hips, the tailbone rooted down, lift the whole body up and out of the hips. Inhale, reach the arms up and over the head. And then as you exhale, we're going to just cactus the arms or goalpost the arms, bring them out like a scarecrow. And then anchor the tailbone down, lift the heart up, and then just gently lean back. Take a couple of breaths here, just opening up across the chest. Keep anchoring that tailbone down. And notice any habits you have of letting that go and dumping the weight into the low back. And there's no judgment. It happens to all of us. It's just a mindful practice. On your next inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, swan dive, take up space, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, reach everything back up to the sky. Exhale, cactus the arms again, root the tailbone down, lean back very gently. Maybe hug the shoulder blades in towards each other this time. Keep breathing. Strong core, root the tailbone down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring the hands down in front of the heart. So keeping the tailbone rooted, we're just going to move from the upper back part as we just do a gentle standing twist. So the left arm is going to reach back behind you, right arm reaches forward. Both hip points are facing the front of the room or the front of the mat. And then inhale, come back to center. Both arms reach up. And we're just going to do that a couple times to the same side. Very gently twisting to the left. And then opening back up to the front. Twisting on the exhale. Inhale brings you back to center. One more time, and this time we're going to hold in the twist. Root the tailbone down. Grow the crown of the head up towards the sky. Lots of length in the body. Reach through the fingertips. And then inhale, come back. Other side, right arm reaches down, around and back. Inhale brings you back to center. Twisting to the right. Back to center. Check in with your tailbone, staying mindful of that alignment. And on this last one, we're going to hold. Reaching through the fingertips. Keep rooting that tailbone down. Crown of the head lifts up. Deep breath in. Exhale, release. And the inhale will bring you back to center. And then as you exhale, swan dive, take up space, fold forward. Plant the hands, step back into your first downward facing dog. And taking whatever movements you need here. You can sway from side to side, walk one foot and then the other, or you can stay still. Bring the feet a little bit closer together as you inhale, reach the right leg up behind you. And then exhale, bring the knee in very mindfully towards the chest. And then lift the hips up, push the ground away with your hands. Give yourself some space to place that right foot down in between the hands. Scissor the legs in towards each other and then press down through that front foot to lift yourself up into a lunge. Bring your hands onto your hips once you're there. So that scissoring action is just making sure that our low back is in the same plane, it's level. Draw the tailbone down, and you'll probably feel that in the front left hip flexor. And then when you're ready, inhale, lift the arms up, and then exhale, cactus the arms again. Bring the shoulder blades in towards each other, and then lift the crown of the head up as you arc back. Try not to lose the anchor of the tailbone. Deep breath. One more deep breath in. And exhale. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, float the hands down, place them on either side of the foot. The left hand is gonna plant on the left side of the mat, reach the right arm up into a twist. You're welcome to drop down onto the back knee here. And you can begin to just rotate the heart open towards the sky to whatever degree feels good to you. You can play around with cactusing that top arm, or maybe just keep it straight up towards the sky. Take one more deep breath in, and the exhale will unravel you. Bring both hands to the inside of the right foot. And then really just let everything go. Let your hips sink down and forward, coming into a lizard lunge. Deep breaths here. This is an intense pose for many of us. Breathe. Unclench your jaw. And then very slowly, very gently, very mindfully, start to shift your weight back towards that back knee and slide the front foot back, coming into a child's pose. So your knees can stay together, or you can bring them as wide as the mat and walk the hands forward. So all of the alignment cues are not for you to judge yourself or, anything like that. It's really just to be mindful, just to bring you into the moment and keep you safe. Walk the hands over to the right in your child's pose, just getting some length in the left side of the body. And then breathe into that space. And then when you're ready, walk it through center over to the left. Breathing into that right side of the body. And walk it back through center. Coming up into your tabletop, curl the toes under, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. So in this downward facing dog, try to value the length of the spine over the length of the backs of the legs. So if you need to bend your knees here so that you can find a lot of length from the crown of the head to the tailbone, feel free as a bird to do that. One more deep breath in and out. Bring the toes to touch. Inhale the left leg back behind you. And then as you exhale, bring it in towards the chest. Lift the hips, press the ground away. Give yourself space to bring that left foot forward. And take as many times as you need to walk that foot forward until it's between the hands. No rush. Scissor the legs in towards each other. When you feel ready, use your inhale to lift you up into your lunge. Hands on the hips. Anchor the tailbone down. And feel that nice stretch through the right hip flexor. And then grow long through the crown of the head. When you feel ready, inhale the arms up over the head, and then cactus the arms again. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other, and it's kind of like you have a really long curve from the tailbone all the way up to the crown of the head. So it's not trying to dump our weight into the low back, it's trying to extend and then manipulate backwards gently and mindfully. And keep scissoring those legs together so both hip points are in the same plane. Take one more deep breath here. Inhale, reach the arms up, and then exhale, float them down. You can drop back down onto your back knee if you need to. Plant the right palm down, reach the left arm up, coming into your lunge twist. Take any variation with your top arm that's calling for you, or you can remain in stillness. Keep breathing. And then as you exhale, you'll unwind, bringing both hands to the inside. You can walk that left foot all the way over to the left. And then let your hips sink down and forward, coming into a lizard pose. Unclench the jaw. Find a little bit of softness here. Just take one more deep breath here. And then very mindfully start to shift the weight back. Walk your hands towards your back knee and slide that front foot back to meet it. Let's come into a child's pose again. Just take 2 breaths here. So let your body relax and integrate. Notice how the breath feels in the body. And then on your next inhale, lift up into table. And we're going to come all the way up to standing on our knees. Bring the hands onto the hips again. And anchor the tailbone down. Another way to say that is to draw the lower belly in and up. Just engage in the lower belly. The heart lifts, the crown of the head lifts, shoulders are reaching towards each other in the back body. Let's bring our hands now to the low back with the fingers pointing down towards the heels. If that's not available for you, you're welcome to just leave your hands on your hips. So again, anchoring the tailbone down and reaching the heart up, kind of leading with the heart as you lift up and then very gently and mindfully leaning back into a little baby camel. So while we're here and breathing, only go as far as you can where you can still breathe and speak if you needed to. See if you can also find space or length from the rib cage to the crown of the head. So it's from the tailbone to the rib cage and then the rib cage to the crown of the head. One more deep breath here. And the inhale will lift you back up. Uncurl the toes, sit back on your heels just for a moment. Place your hands wherever you'd like. Deep breath in. Meet my dog, Millie. Refuses to not be the center of attention. Okay, we're gonna come back up and try that one more time. I love you, Millie. You wanna do a back bend? Curl the toes under. Bring the hands to the low back again with the fingers pointing down towards the heels. Anchor that tailbone down. Lift the crown of the head and the heart up. Squeeze the shoulder blades in towards each other. Lead with the heart as you lean back. You don't need to go 135%, just finding mobility in the upper back. Find the length from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Keep breathing. Maybe press the hips a little bit further. Lift the heart a little bit higher. Take a deep breath in. And open your mouth, exhale it all out. Inhale lifts you up. Uncurl the toes, sit back on the heels. Close the eyes. Just take note of the rush of energy that comes from opening your heart. In your own time, make your way onto a seat. And let's extend both legs forward, bend the knees. Reach the arms up over the head. Exhale, fold forward. So keep the knees as bent as you need to so that you can rest your rib cage on your thighs. And then use that grip on the feet to kind of pull the spine a little bit longer. And breathe. And then release that, round the spine, and just roll very slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, back up into a seat. Head lifts last. Keep the left leg outstretched and cross the right foot over. Place the sole of the foot on the outside edge of the left leg. And then we're going to lift the left arm up so we get a lot of space in the side of the body. And as you exhale, you're just going to wrap your left arm around your right knee and place your right fingertips back behind you. Again, finding a lot of length from the crown of the head all the way down to the base of the spine as you twist. Maybe looking back over that right shoulder if that feels okay on your neck. Stay engaged with that outstretched leg. And take a deep breath into anything in the body that feels restricted. The inhale will unwind you back to center. Switching sides, extend the right leg. Place the left sole of the foot on the outside edge of the right leg. Right arm lifts up. And then wrap the right arm around the left knee. And then place the left fingertips back behind you. Sit up really tall before you twist. And then very gently, leading with the heart, as you rotate to the left. Maybe looking over your left shoulder, maybe not. Breathe into the space in the body that feels the most restricted. Take one more deep breath in. And slow, mindful breath out. And your next inhale will unwind you back to center very slowly, staying mindful. Bring the soles of the feet together. You can place the feet as close to the body or as far away as feels comfortable to you today. And just note that it's always going to be different. All of this yoga stuff every day is a whole journey. It's a whole new journey every single day. So find that really tall spine again, and then leading with the heart, begin to fold forward over the feet. Avoid trying to reach your nose to your toes in this pose. I know it's so tempting, but try not to let that be the goal. You can close your eyes so there is no goal. You just want to have a long spine. And releasing any need to be anywhere other than where you are right now. Directing your breath into the back of your body. Imagine it swirling around the spine. Deep breath in. And exhale. Begin to walk the hands in towards the body. So here for our final few moments together, you can choose whether you'd like to be in a seated meditative posture or if you would like to lie flat on the ground. Both are great options. Just choose a place where you feel really comfortable and alert. We're just going to end today's practice with 5 mindful breaths together, but you can go at your own pace. So wherever you are, just finding some softness. Finding some softness in the face and in the body. Maybe bringing a little tiny smirk, smile to your face. And begin when you're ready. See if you can allow yourself to really fill up your whole body with your inhale. And then wait until the very end of the exhale, the very bottom of the exhale, before you take your next in-breath. And it's just another simple practice of mindfulness. And then wherever you are, just taking a moment here to really give yourself the gratitude for showing up for yourself today. And I give you all of my gratitude for showing up as well. Thank you so, so much for being here. Namaste.